Have you ever wondered why some people tower over others while some barely reach their shoulders? It's a question that has intrigued scientists and curious minds alike for generations. What determines our height? Is it purely a game of genetic roulette, or do other factors come into play? From the genes we inherit from our parents to the environment we grow up in, there's a lot more to our height than meets the eye. This video will delve into the fascinating science behind our height. Our height, to a large extent, is a genetic lottery. Picture yourself as a mosaic, a tapestry of traits weaved together by threads of DNA. These threads, or genes, carry the blueprint of who we are, including our height. Genes are the smallest units of heredity, holding instructions for every characteristic we possess. They reside within our cells, bundled together in structures known as chromosomes. Every human being typically has 46 chromosomes, 23 from each parent. These chromosomes form pairs, and it's within these pairs that the magic happens. Now let's talk about height. It isn't determined by a single gene, but rather is a polygenic trait influenced by several genes. Some genes may promote taller stature, while others may favor shorter height. When you're conceived, you inherit a unique combination of these height-influencing genes from your parents. You may get more genes promoting tallness from one parent and genes favoring shortness from the other. It's this mix that determines how tall you will eventually become. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Within your family tree, different family lines contribute their own unique set of genes. Your height could be influenced not just by your parents, but also by your grandparents, great-grandparents, and even distant relatives. This is why you may be taller or shorter than your siblings, even though you share the same parents. But what if both your parents are tall, or both are short? Does that seal your fate? Not necessarily. This is because of a phenomenon called regression to the mean. In simple terms, extremely tall or short parents are more likely to have children who are less extreme in height, closer to the average. So even if both your parents are basketball players, you might not necessarily tower over everyone. Conversely, if both your parents are shorter, you could still end up being taller than them. However, it's important to note that while genetics play a significant role, they don't have the final say. Your genes set your potential height range, but whether you reach the upper or lower end of this range can be influenced by other factors, which we'll delve into in the next scenes. So, your height could be a unique cocktail of your family's genetic history. But remember, it's not just about the cards you're dealt, but also how you play them. Your height, like many aspects of who you are, is a beautiful interplay between nature and nurture. Indeed, we are more than just the sum of our genes. But it's not all in the genes. Beyond our DNA, there are external factors at play that can greatly influence our body development, including our height. These factors are broadly grouped under the term environmental factors. A key player in this category is nutrition. Consider this: our bodies are like machines, and food is the fuel. The quality and quantity of this fuel can significantly impact the machine's performance. So, if a child's diet lacks essential nutrients, it could stunt their growth. On the other hand, a nutrient-rich diet can promote healthy growth and development, potentially leading to a taller stature. Let's take protein, for example. It's the building block of our bodies, forming the foundation for muscles, bones, and tissues. Without sufficient protein, the body may struggle to grow and develop properly. Similarly, vitamins and minerals like vitamin D and calcium are crucial for bone health and growth. But it's not just about what we eat. Where we live and the kind of healthcare we have access to can also have a considerable impact. For instance, in areas with limited access to quality healthcare, children may be more susceptible to illnesses and infections that can hinder their growth. Regular checkups and early detection of growth-related issues can contribute to a child reaching their full height potential. Then there's the matter of lifestyle. Regular physical activity can stimulate growth during childhood and adolescence. Activities that promote stretching and strengthening, like swimming or gymnastics, can particularly aid in height development. Sleep, too, cannot be overlooked. Our bodies grow and repair tissues during sleep. In children and teenagers, a hormone called the human growth hormone is produced at a higher rate during deep sleep. so inadequate sleep could potentially affect a child's growth. Now, let's talk about socioeconomic conditions. It's a harsh reality that a person's height can often reflect the circumstances they've grown up in. Studies have shown that children from disadvantaged backgrounds, where access to nutritious food and quality healthcare is limited, are generally shorter than their peers from more privileged backgrounds. You've probably heard of the North-South divide in height in some countries, where people in the northern regions are typically taller than those in the south. This is often attributed to differences in living conditions, diet, healthcare, and lifestyle between these regions. In conclusion, our height is not just a matter of genes. It's a complex interplay of genetics and various environmental factors, including nutrition, healthcare, lifestyle, and socioeconomic conditions. So, the environment you grow up in can significantly influence how tall you become. The chemicals in your body also play a crucial role. Yes, we're talking about hormones, the body's natural chemical messengers. They travel in your bloodstream to tissues or organs, telling them what to do and when to do it. They're vital in orchestrating many bodily functions, and one of them is growth. This brings us to the growth hormone, also known as somatotropin, produced by the pituitary gland located at the base of the brain. It's the superstar of our growth story. This hormone stimulates the growth of essentially all tissues of the body, including bone. It's most active during our childhood and adolescence, the periods of rapid growth and development. But here's the catch. Not everyone's body produces the same amount of this growth hormone. Various factors can affect its production and release. Stress, for example, can decrease the amount of growth hormone your body produces, whereas a good night's sleep can increase its production. Why? Because most of our daily growth hormone release occurs during the deep stages of sleep. Nutrition is another key player. A diet lacking in essential nutrients can hinder the production of growth hormone. Conversely, a balanced diet rich in proteins, vitamins, and minerals can foster its production, promoting healthy growth and development. Physical activity, particularly high-intensity exercise, can also stimulate the release of growth hormone. This is why exercise is often recommended for children and adolescents to support their growth. Finally, certain medical conditions can affect the production and function of growth hormones. Disorders of the pituitary gland, for instance, can disrupt the production of growth hormone, leading to slower growth or even growth failure. In a nutshell, hormones, especially the growth hormone, play a significant role in determining an individual's height. They are influenced by a variety of factors, including sleep, nutrition, physical activity, and overall health. So the hormones in your body can be a powerful player in determining your height. Where you come from can also affect how tall you are. This might seem surprising, but the height of individuals can indeed vary significantly based on their ethnicity and geographic location. Let's consider this. Have you ever noticed how the average height in some countries seems to be higher than in others? This isn't just a coincidence. Studies show that populations from certain regions, such as Northern Europe, tend to be taller on average than those from Southeast Asia. But why is this the case? There are a few reasons. One of them is historical evolution. Over generations, the physical characteristics that were advantageous in certain environments became more common in those populations. For example, being taller might have been beneficial in colder climates for survival and reproduction, leading to a higher prevalence of taller individuals in those populations over time. Secondly, environmental factors also play a significant role. Nutrition, healthcare, and lifestyle can all influence growth and development. Populations with access to better nutrition and healthcare generally are taller. That's why we often see height increase in countries as their living conditions improve over time. Lastly, our genes also have a say in this. Different ethnic groups can have varying frequencies of the genes associated with height. These genetic differences can contribute to the observed height variances among different populations. However, it's important to remember that these are general trends and not strict rules. There's a wide range of heights within each population, and many exceptions to these trends. After all, height is influenced by a complex interplay of numerous factors, and our individual height can deviate significantly from the average of our population. So, the region and ethnicity you belong to can also shape your height. But remember, whether you're tall, short, or somewhere in between, your height is just one part of the unique individual that you are. But why do some people stand out in a crowd? Well, let's dive into individual variations, because as we all know, we humans are a diverse bunch. When it comes to height, some of us tower above the crowd while others blend in more seamlessly. But what prompts these individual differences in height? One main factor is that each of us is a unique combination of our parents' genes. Remember that gene combinations from different family lines can result in a wide range of heights. You might have inherited your tall stature from your dad's side of the family, or perhaps your mom's shorter height genes won out. It's all a roll of the genetic dice. But it's not just about heredity. Individual lifestyle choices also play a role. Consider how your diet, physical activity, and overall health can impact your height. A balanced diet rich in nutrients is essential for growth, and regular exercise can stimulate the release of growth hormones. On the flip side, chronic illnesses or malnutrition can stunt growth. And then there's the matter of timing. Puberty is a critical period for growth, and the timing of this period can greatly impact height. Those who hit puberty early might shoot up quickly and then stop growing, while late bloomers might grow slowly and steadily for a longer period. Finally, let's not forget the influence of our environments. The conditions we grow up in, from the quality of our healthcare to the climate of our hometown, can all affect our final adult height. A child growing up in a nurturing, nutrient-rich environment is likely to reach a different height than a child growing up in harsher conditions. So, while population averages can give us a general idea of expected height ranges, they certainly don't tell the whole story. Each of us is a unique blend of genetic, environmental, and lifestyle factors that contribute to our individual heights. So, individual variations can also contribute to the diversity in our heights. So why are some people tall while others are short? This question might have popped into your mind at some point. Our journey today has taken us through the intricate labyrinth of factors that determine our height. It's a fascinating tale, isn't it? Let's take a quick walk through again, shall we? We started with genetics and heredity, the biological blueprint that each of us inherits from our parents. This blueprint is unique, intricately woven with genes from our ancestors. It's these genes that play a significant role in deciding our height, a fascinating cocktail of different family lines. Next, we explored how the environment we grow up in can leave an indelible mark on our development. It's not just about the air we breathe or the water we drink, but also the nutrition we receive, the healthcare we have access to, and even the lifestyle we lead. It's fascinating how these seemingly mundane aspects of life can have a profound impact on our growth and development, isn't it? Then we delved into the world of hormones, specifically growth hormones, the invisible conductors orchestrating our growth. They are affected by various factors, each playing a part in the symphony of our growth. The rhythm and tempo of this biological orchestra can significantly influence our height. We also looked at how our ethnic backgrounds and geographical locations contribute to our height. It's intriguing how historical, environmental, and genetic factors come together to create distinct patterns in different populations. Truly, our world is a beautiful tapestry of diversity. Finally, we examined individual variations in height. It's what makes us unique, what sets us apart from the crowd. Even within the same population, we can find a wide range of heights, each with its own story to tell. In conclusion, the height of an individual is not determined by a single factor, but a complex interplay of genetics, environment, hormones, and more. It's a multi-dimensional puzzle that scientists are still trying to fully understand. But one thing is for sure, the story of our height is a testament to the marvel of human biology and the intricate processes that shape us. Now you know, height is a complex interplay of genes, environment, hormones, and more. So next time you compare heights, remember it's not just about the inches, but the fascinating science behind it.